character. See, geeks today don't know how good they've got it. Today the term cool nerd isn't an oxymoron. It's cool to be a geek. It's cool to be into comic books and video games and even old cartoons. Saying that stuff is for kids is passé. Everyone can enjoy them no matter their age, sex, or social standing. In fact, being a geek has never been more accepted than it is right now. But for those of us who grew up in the 90s or earlier, being a geek or nerd meant being picked on, ridiculed, ostracized, or just plain bullied. And yes, I know even today geeks and nerds are still picked on and bullied, but there does seem to be a bit more acceptance across the board of geek culture. I mean, a film like The Avengers, which is basically the geek Godfather, could never have been attempted at any time except right now, when the whole world is pretty much accepting of what was once just for geekdom. I remember a time when a film like The Avengers would not fly with mainstream audiences. Let me take you back. Picture it. America, 1999. Everyone was worried about Y2K, and the Blair Witch Project introduced the world to the idea of shaky cam. And the idea of a team of superheroes starring in a movie was pretty much unheard of. Until Mystery Men. Made with semi-big name actors of the time such as Ben Stiller, William H. Macy, Greg Kinnear, Hank Azaria, Kel Mitchell, Paul Rubin, Janeane Garofalo, and Jeffrey Rush. The film did not get a lot of exposure or support and certainly did not make a lot of money. To this day, I think the film is still disavowed by most of the people involved in creating it. Mystery Men was based on a comic book of the same name published by Dark Horse Comics and a spin-off of the popular Flaming Carrot comic book series. They very loosely based the film on the comic, only having a few characters from the comic in the film and mostly not appearing in the same manner. The film did terrible at the box office. No, I mean terrible. It had a $68 million budget and it made less than half of that at the domestic box office. And international sales were even more embarrassing. But why did it do so poorly? Well, my theory is it's because it was ahead of its time. It was a parody of superhero films before there was such a thing as superhero films. Imagine how well Spaceballs would do before Star Wars hit the big screen. Or even before Star Trek. But there were superhero films before Mystery Men, you say. Meh, not really. What were the successful superhero films at the time? Superman and Batman. That's it. There were a few smaller films like Steel. We will never speak of that film again. But really, only the big two were franchises. And Mystery Men wasn't parodying Superman or Batman. Mystery Men was parodying superhero team comic books. The basic plot of the film was the individual heroes had to face a threat no one of them could handle alone. They had to come together using their different abilities to take on the big bad. And while superhero films had technically existed in 1999, that type of superhero team-up movie was actually a year away with X-Men. Superhero cliches are a big part of the humor of Mystery Men, and while some jokes are universal like the superhero disguise being nothing but a pair of glasses, more of the comedy of Mystery Men was about the superhero team dynamic. You have the superhero training montage, you have the leather outfits, you have the mysterious mentor who talks in riddles, the wild man, the level-headed leader, the team using their powers to stop the baddies in the final battle, and even a group of heroes eating at a diner. It's uncanny how many of the jokes of Mystery Men would get laughs in 2013 that did not get laughs in 1999. Usually, people like myself who were already well familiar with the superhero genre loved, or at least liked, Mystery Men. But this was a year before the X-Men changed the way the world views superhero films, and at that point in history, the only superheroes who could be in a movie and get success were Superman and Batman, and even the two of them never did a team-up movie. Sidebar. It's a little shocking when you think about it. Superman and Batman are the cash cows of Warner Brothers' comic book division DC, and they never thought until recently to team these two up in a live-action film. Seems like they would have done that decades before a movie with the Avengers hit the big screen. Does Warner Brothers not like making money? Oh, right. Anyway, even with the success of Batman and Superman films, in 1999 the idea of superheroes as a legitimate genre did not exist, save for the opinion of comic book geeks like myself. And Mystery Men was not trying to start that genre, it was parodying it as if it already existed in the minds of the masses. It did not. They were making fun of superhero cliches to people who did not know the most basic superhero cliches. So, those people did not get the jokes. And the movie tanked. Mystery Men was a great superhero parody film that people should at least give a try. If it premiered now, I don't know if it would be a Mel Brooks level hit, but I think it would be pretty successful. If you like the Avengers for its humor and heart, do yourself a favor, rent Mystery Men. I'm sure you'll get at least a few laughs out of it. I mean, come on, one of the hero's powers is deadly farting. That's just funny.
If I say it one more time, if I say it one more time, if I say it one more time.